how to handle a 14-year-old, a teenager girl or a boy. They are getting aggressive, really aggressive. They have started showing their presence, they have started showing their dominance. Of course, they will. Law of the nature, they will. A small boy or a girl we gave birth to became a toddler, became 1, 2 years old. He scratched us on our face with his nails. We ignored it. It's okay. He's a child. He slapped us while we were carrying him. That's okay. He's just a child, starting to move his hands. We ignore it. Absolutely fine. We'll feel happy that he is moving his hands. That slap on a face, that scratch on a face is not what it is. Now, this 2, 3 year old child becomes 13 and 14. And now, this 14-year-old pushes you. During a discussion, he gets angry and he pushes you. He pushes you and makes his way to his room. And he shows a lot of frustration. Or he has some physical interaction with you. It's okay. It can be in ways of whatever he's carrying in his hand, he throws it around, he throws it towards yourself. If he's having a glass of water or a bottle of water, he just spills it on you. At that moment, you have to control your ego. You have to calm yourself and then again think he is the same 2-year-old child that you brought up. But now he is 14 years old. But then this action is not acceptable by you. You say, "No, he's getting out of hand. He's getting out of control." No, you can never control a child and never try to do that. Honestly, he was never in your control even when he was 6 months old or 1 day old. Nothing was in your control and he was never in your control. So now coming back to the 13, 14-year-old aggressive child, showing a lot of aggression towards yourself, you got to have a mindset that he's a child. You cannot bring your ego in the picture just like when you did when he was 1 year old or 2 year old. Now, here you try to put logic with him. Why are you doing this? You question him, he replies. But his replies are not making sense to you. It is not making logic absolutely. Now, here is the key point. Do not try to find logic in a teenager's reply. He will get emotional, he will cry for 10 seconds, again he will get aggressive, he or she will talk again aggressively, go out for a walk, come back, speak to a friend on the phone, throw tantrums around. It will happen. During this age, please do not try to find logic in that behavior, because there is no logic, because there is confusion in the child's mind. The child is confused, but you are trying to make sense out of it. Please don't do that. He is behaving like a confused child because he is confused. Let the behavior go. Let the behavior come your way. Let it come, no problem. But you need to stay calm. You really need to stay calm. Ego has no place here. Consider him the same 2-year-old child. That's it. Calm down, calm down. If you try to sit and talk to him, it might not make sense. He will sit for a while, he will rush out, because that is a very dynamic state of a child. And that will happen. I call it like the sunrise or the sunset. During that time, the transition happens. That is a transition time from childhood to adulthood, or the teenagehood, whatever you would like to call it. It will happen. It's a state of course, sunrise and sunset are very clear. But for the child, during this transition is a confusion state. And it happens only once. During the age of 12 to 14. That's it. It will never happen again. If it happens at the age of 18 to 20, that time you can sit and talk, and logic and sense will come into the picture. But at this age, from 12 to 14, no logic, no reasoning. Don't try to reason anything out. Just be patient. Patience with the child. Just keep loving him. Keep hugging him. Be with him. Try to be as much with him. Try to sleep with him as a parent in the same bed. Put him to sleep the way you put when he was 2-year-old. The way he used to sleep with you when he was 2-year-old, at the age of 14 or 13, make him sleep with you. Hug him. Hug her. They need love at this moment of time. There is confusion around. So do not try to talk it over. Talking it over, you're going to get confused replies. Now that's okay. So this is the way to handle it. Pure patience, pure love. That's the way you need to handle, and you need to let this time go. The moment they are 14 and a half, 15, and they cross this, they will cross it over. They will cross this confusion state. It's just a phase. You need to give it time. The moment they cross it over, everything will be fine. Everything will be fine. All is required is patience from the parents' part. Do not get aggressive. Do not try to make sense on logic out of it. Patience, love is the key word.